have to admit, it is still a damn good car.
It is. No denying it.
I mean, with the likes of the Fortuna and the Everest out there, Trailblazer 2.8 LTZ,
Still impressive.
it's still impressive.
Properly impressive.
2.8 Duramax motor is something else.
I love it.
And with all of the new additions that Chevrolet has just put into this updated version of the LTZ, and of course that Z71 that's floating about, you got to admit, the other guys have to be partially concerned.
The thing is, it's a mid-life cycle facelift, so they haven't changed too much. They've changed like the
front
bonnet, the grille, a couple of things on the front
Headlights.
end. And look, I like it. It looks nice. Yeah,
It's a bit menacing.
It is. Yeah, we got LED DRLs now, so they're keeping it up to date, and they didn't really need to change much in the drivetrain. I think it still holds up really, really well. I think it's dated. It's weathered and aged really nicely. It's still a great drive, and there's a couple of things that they've added to it.
A lot of tech, safety.
Yeah. A lot of it on the safety side. So we've got I've got knee airbags now. There's a lot of pre-safe. So there's blind spot detection, lane departure warning. We've got collision sort of mitigation. There's hydraulic brake fade assist,
which basically is if you're on the road, that's for trucks and whatnot. But I think we've spent enough time on the tar now, and I think it's time to actually
flex it off the beaten path.
And I think that is our turn off.
Right. Yes, this looks it. Now, I am still quite... I mean, we know it's a capable vehicle. I mean, 144 kilowatts.
500 newtons.
And it pulls like a steam train. It comes in from so low. It's a little pop up top, but, as soon as
when you are
take it
off-road, where we are about to go now, that 500 newtons makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Alright, I reckon... I'm going to do the easy bit, and then I'm going to give it to you for the hard bit. But, I mean, it's as easy as... I don't even have to stop to do this, actually, hey?
No, you can do it on the fly.
I can do it on the fly. It's only when we're going to low range that we need to be neutral and stop, just to allow the diffs to lock.
Engage, yeah. Now, talking about all the new tech that has been put into this LTZ, one of the things that I'm quite fond of that they've just added is this new 7-inch touchscreen. With
MyLink 2. Yeah.
MyLink 2, and that is the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto systems now.
But it also comes bundled with its own navigation, so you don't need to use that navigation that you'd use in Android Auto or CarPlay. You can use it standalone, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah. Talking of cool, multi-zone air conditioning.
Yes and no.
The guys that are sitting in the third row
Now
they have access to the aircon now plumbed through the entire cabin.
But they can't set their temperatures because it's still only a single zone.
Yeah. One temperature for everybody.
Yeah. But at least they're not too uncomfortable. Because, I mean, it is a 7-seater, so we've got that third row at the back there.
7-seater.
Yeah, but I like the way you put that 7-seater. Because you can't really put anybody in there. They're going to have to be like either really, really small or a double amputee.
Yeah.
And even then.
Now look, what is nice is the seats fold flat into the floor, so you do have a lot of extra space. There are some of its competitors who have seats that fold up but can be removed, but it's such a
Fortuna, that's major faff. And that encroaches a lot on the load space, but you don't get that with the Trailblazer and of course the Everest, because they fold flat. So
and I do quite like that. Lots more space for your luggage and groceries.
So this is where the Trailblazer actually really comes into its own, eh?
Absolutely. We are basically just about to crest the top of a mountain on what I can only describe as a goat path. Yeah. This is so far from a road, it's not even funny.
4x4 only territory.
Yes, definitely. And that's the beauty of of the Trailblazer in that you can shift from 2 high to 4 high on the fly. You do have to stop though to shift into 4 low where we are now, because there's no way you're getting up here without some form of diff lock. There's plenty of ground clearance on the Trailblazer, much as you're going to get on the other two.
I mean, the approach and departure angle and the breakover angle is all really good, because I mean it's all sitting in like the mid 20 degrees, so that's general accepted sort of practice standards for these sort of vehicles. Because I mean the Trailblazer is not small.
No, it's a pretty big car, and it's a pretty heavy car.
Yeah.
But when you're out here, you almost don't feel it, and you sort of have to be aware of just how wide and how long the car is.
Yeah.
Oof, this is pretty gnarly. Yeah, it's a rock ledge.
Now, it's one thing going up it, but I mean going down it, we've got descent control, and of course the low range is going to help a lot as well. It's got gradient braking as well, hey?
Which comes in seriously handy when we get onto the other side of this, going down the other side, yeah.
And now with that change that they've made to the steering, has it killed any of the feedback?
You know, at the end of the day, I actually quite enjoy the feedback from the steering wheel, especially when you're doing this kind of driving where the chances of the steering wheel being pulled out of your hand when you hit a rock or something, that is, I almost want to say it's mitigated. You really don't get the feeling that that's going to happen, because it still feels like you're driving a normal family sedan.
Yeah.
Well, pretty recently I had the opportunity to drive the Trailblazer out in Popo.
Yeah.
It rained non-stop, and we basically it was just mud and rain and mud. And we're a little bit further north now, and this is basically just rocks and red sand, and nothing really has changed. The Trailblazer is still just breezing through this.
So that now begs the question. I mean, this comes in just shy the LTZ 4x4 Auto, which is pretty much the highest spec you're going to get per se, and it comes in just shy of 650. So your money.
My money?
You're going to put one in your garage?
It's a tough question, you know. This sits now firmly with the big three. So you've got Fortuner, Everest, and Trailblazer, and they all seem to be rather on an even keel. Same pricing, same levels, same seating arrangements. I don't know. The Fortuner has a bit of a bad rap when it comes to crime stats in the country.
Yeah.
And well, the Everest, I don't know. The ever-changing combinations that you can get to build a car for yourself from a dealership, it's so confusing. And if you get the wrong engine and gearbox pairing, you're done.
No, you're gonna hate
the Trailblazer 2.8 Duramax, that's it. You get it in a manual and an auto, that's your choices. And at the end of the day, I still think you're going to be better off with the Trailblazer than with the other two. I mean, I like the other two. They are both very, very capable vehicles, but I don't know, there's just something. If you're going to be doing this kind of driving and this is the kind of lifestyle, then definitely you're going to have to take a look at a Trailblazer. This is seriously hard.
Yeah. Hardcore. Good grief.